Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, let's keep going with our euro currency analysis. Also a bit later I will show you our previous setup that we discussed. Maybe you do not remember it, but it was on Australian dollar. This was last week and previous week. So it is coming to the interesting point that maybe will be interesting to somebody for trading who trade Asia Pacific currencies or in Australian dollar as well. Speaking on euro currency, so you can see indeed the downside reaction has happened right from the points that we have specified, but it was not as strong as it might be based on Brent Butter's suggestion. And currently we have some difficulties with further downward action on the euro currency. So we have the patterns that stands actually in the opposite direction. This is the first moment. And second is that on the dollar index, the double repo has been triggered, now stands in progress, and well, it put additional pressure on the bearish setup on the euro currency, just because dollar index is moving lower, showing the retracement, and that of course support the euro currency. And that well, it makes it difficult to suggest a possible downward action, or maybe downward action reaction on this level happens, but maybe market will take a different shape on the intraday chart. So all this stuff we consider today. So first of all, on the dollar index. So take a look what's going on here. That's our recent flag consolidation that we discussed, and we said that's very good. It looks bearish, and indeed market should show the downward drop. Indeed, you can see the drop has happened, but this drop and market close to the end, return right back down, right back up. So currently, if market, for instance, will stand flat or show some bit minor return, this could help euro to complete the Brent bottom. But if we will see the downward continuation here, that of course will be supportive, and as I said, that could mean that the shape of the price on the euro currency could change. The target of this double repo will be, so currently it stands just at the nearest level, but very interesting, with the 50% support actually. There's just some tools, it's not functioning in trading view. So 50% probably will be somewhere 93.30. This is the minimum target of the double repo pattern will be. So and that's where market could be tending to the downside. And in the current circumstances, if we'll take a look at the euro, of course we should have already the stops at the break-even, because the overall reaction here was relatively strong. Right from the OP has been completed of this ABCD pattern, as you can see. It's very sharp starting point, precise starting, and this market has dropped. Now it's time to move stops to the break-even. So you could hold it there. And this is the question that you will have to answer for yourself, because this is actually your position, how you would like to manage it. I just give you all background that we have. So first is on the dollar index. Second, take a look on the recent action. We have two bullish grabbers has been formed here. And both of them suggest taking out of this top. So it means that market could go lower, not at this moment, maybe later, maybe the stop of the Brent bottom will be cancelled. Yesterday we talked a lot about this trickiness, just because it's accompanied with a double repo pattern on the dollar index, which seems the more preferable. And here, by the way, you could get another grabber if market will close above the red line. So, and that, as you can see, makes the overall situation tricky. If you keep the position without any stops at the break-even, you could be trapped in wrong directions. Market could just jump up. At the same time, currently you have some positive result, and it is temptation to close it, take the profit, and then see what will happen. So this is choices up to you. You could combine both of them. You could, for example, close the halfway position, move the stops to the break-even on the rest, and see what will happen. Based on all these patterns that we have, we would get the two scenarios. The first one is the ABCD down. This probably could be even to the XOP, slower, to the 618 support that could complete the bread and butter trade. Alternatively, if grabber starts to work, we probably will get the upward action that coincide with performance on the double repo of the dollar index. So in this case, it will be moving it together. And most probable this will be somewhere to 1680s 127 extension on the euro, or 1695, this 1618 extension. By this moment, it's probably double repo on the dollar index should be completed. And here you have another potential trading scenario that theoretically you could also consider, especially if you do not have short position currently. You could try to possess yourself with the grabbers that you have on the 4 time frame chart. Your risk will be very small. So currently market trades at around 1638. You need to place stops just below this area. Just because if market will drop below it, both grabbers will be erased and this will be clear sign that market is going lower. But if market will hold above it, and that potentially will become the background for a butterfly pattern, and also keep valid grabbers that we have. So it's a bit risky, but as you can see, overall risk value very small, and potential result is significantly greater if it will be formed. So here's the task that I provide you that you have to think about. Those who have shorts, think about the closing the position, taking the profit, move stop the break even, do nothing, waiting for the downward action, split the position, keeping the half and booking result on the second half. Second is this very short-term scalp stop on the AUDUSD chart based on the grabbers. If you seems it interesting, you could think about it as well. So that's what we have currently on the euro. Finally, on Australian dollar, I just remind you the picture. You probably should recall what I'm talking about. This setup on the daily chart. If you remember, we have considered this ABCD type of action somewhere to 75.90 area. 75.30, 75.90. This is fib level, but also some fib levels exist right from this top as well, so from this reaction point. So, and that will be definitely agreement resistance. This market just needs to climb slightly higher to complete this ABCD. CD leg looks slower, and it means that at least 30% pullback here could happen. So that's the step we're also considering, but market is not quite there yet. So at the point it needs to climb slightly higher. So that's what we have currently on the Forex. Let's keep watching and see how the situation with the bread and butter trade on the euro currency will be resolved.